Hey everybody, my name is Michael McDowell. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Rigor Redefined and our rigorous teaching and learning pathway. Rigorous teaching and learning is focused on 10 key habits. 4 of those habits are focused on what we call dispositional habits. So these are the habits that enable students to be able to take ownership or agency over their own learning over time. We also have 6 habits that are focused on what we call surface, deep, and transfer learning. These are the different types of learning that constitute rigor. We see rigor as knowing things, relating things, and applying things. And we think all of those are critically important and are all essential. One is not more important than the other. And so our professional development works with teachers on how do we start to develop those types of habits and how do we start to implement those into our classroom through small, doable routines. So through our professional development, teachers do an appraisal on where do they think they are and their students are around those 10 habits. They then go and receive some professional learning on some of those routines that they want to work on. They then go back into the classroom, implement some of that work, and then through check-ins, whether virtual or in person, we meet back, we look at evidence, what are some of those next steps, and then over time, they start to sustain the practices of looking at their habits and how are they getting better and how are students getting better so that they and their students are getting more than 1 year's growth in 1 year's time across these types of learning that surface, deep, and transfer, but also those dispositional habits. Typically, this work is tied to some level of coaching and leadership work to make sure that this can happen systemically. And over time, what we find is that teachers are sustaining these practices and that students are not only getting great results in terms of testing, but they're also prepared for the real world. And they also feel like they have more agency over their own learning. So if you'd like to learn more, let us know. Thanks, everybody.